What's up, Anchor Squad? It's your boy Janker, bringing you back again with another video. I'm going to be reacting to the Critical Drinkers Barbie, the greatest lie ever told. This was requested by one of you all, and you all have been saying that the Critical Drinkers been posting a lot of funny videos, whether it's talking about movies or whatnot. So yeah, if there's any other ones that he done that you want me to check out, post it down in the comments and I'll make sure I check it out. I think he did one on about the Snow White film that they're supposed to be making. I haven't checked that out yet, but if you want me to check that out, just let me know down in the comments. All right, so let's dive right into this thing.
Now, before I dive into this review properly, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and genius PR campaign of the Warner Brothers marketing department.
Yeah.
You guys really pulled off a miracle with this one, successfully duping all of us, including me, into believing that Barbie was going to be just another colourful, light-hearted, easygoing family comedy with some cheeky, self-aware humour, ironic meta gags, and probably capped off with a blandly inoffensive female empowerment message about girls learning the value of their own potential. What none of us expected was 114 minutes of spiteful, bitter, mean-spirited, borderline unhinged hatred of men and everything even vaguely associated with them. Barbie is like the deformed, mutated rage child of Captain Marvel, Ghostbusters 2016, and She-Hulk.
So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
It is pure brain cancer in movie form, and I was genuinely shocked by the sheer, undisguised contempt this film has towards 50% of the human population. Watching this film was one of the most miserable, demoralizing, unpleasant experiences I've ever had as a movie critic, and genuinely made me question where our society is heading. But the review must be done, and you know what Jack Burton always says at a time like this?
Old Jack always says, what the hell?
The movie begins with a rip-off homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey, where little girls discover Barbie for the first time and gleefully cast off their boring and oppressive baby dolls in an orgy of violence and destruction. And if the visual metaphor of little girls happily destroying the embodiment of motherhood to focus their lives instead on a shallow and materialistic piece of consumerist trash is lost on you, then I don't know what to say, man, but you're probably the target audience for this movie. Anyway, the film explains that all the Barbie and Ken dolls live together in Barbie Land, a kind of magical counterpart to the real world, which is portrayed as a peaceful feminist utopia where all the important jobs are done by the Barbies and the Kens just kind of exist. They've got no inherent value, they contribute nothing, they have no power or say in how their society is run, and they're basically looked down on as a bit silly and irrelevant by the Barbies. Oh my goodness, what could the writers possibly be trying to tell us about their views on men? Anyway, this is where we meet stereotypical Barbie, who's busy living...
He says stereotypical Barbie. That is crazy. This is what makes his videos funny though. Like this, because and I know you all like told me in the comments of one of my videos, like he just puts a different spin on reviews of movies and whatever, because he sound drunk or whatever. So it's funny. It's funny.
Her best life, partying with her friends and treating her boyfriend stereotypical Ken like absolute dog shit. Who's the hero of this thing again? Anyway, things suddenly change when Barbie starts experiencing emotional changes and physical flaws like flat feet and cellulites. See, because Barbie world is a reflection of the real world, the Barbies' appearances change depending on how their real life owner plays with them. Wait, what? Do you have any idea how many Barbie dolls must get broken, or thrown in trash compactors, or set on fire, or eaten by family pets every single day? Then the place would look like the Omaha Beach scene from Saving Private Ryan. At any moment, Barbies could suddenly get torn apart, or melted, or crushed right in front of their friends' eyes. Jesus, that's like a horrific existential nightmare. But I guess you're not supposed to think too much about that. Internal consistency in a movie like Barbie is rarer than a mainstream media outlet willing to give this movie an honest review. So the only solution is for Barbie to journey into the real world, find the girl who plays with her, and get her to be happy again. And Ken tags along for the ride because he's got nothing better to do than simp for Barbie. Unfortunately, the real world turns out to be an oppressive, patriarchal hellscape that's utterly dominated by men. Like, one guy literally walks up to Barbie and slaps her in the ass, in the middle of a crowded boardwalk, in broad daylight, in front of her boyfriends. Now, you might think that this would afford the writers a chance to demonstrate a little bit of nuance in their storytelling, maybe portray the real world as both good and bad, in sharp contrast to the simplistic, idyllic innocence of Barbie worlds. Kind of like in Enchanted, where the protagonist gets taken out of her cartoon homeworld and has to learn to navigate the complexities and difficulties of real life, ultimately growing and maturing as a person along the way. But then again, that movie actually had a likeable main character, a decent story, and wasn't written by people who despised half the human population. But nope, the real world and all the men in it are shown to be universally, irredeemably horrible. Because of course they are. Anyway, Barbie eventually finds the kid who plays with her, who turns out to be an asshole communist activist feminist that I think the movie wants us to empathise with, but fuck me, for the life of me I could not tell you why. Ken, on the other hand, discovers the patriarchy is very much to his liking, mainly because for the first time in his entire life, people actually show him basic respect and human decency. You know, sometimes I get the impression this film isn't saying what the filmmakers think it's saying. So when Barbie eventually returns to
he thinks it's saying something completely different. I mean, it happens, especially in a lot of movies or writers and directors or whatever. They want it to go in a certain direction, but when the viewers see it, they like, okay, why did they have this in the film? It happens.
Barbie Land, she discovers to her horror that Ken has brought the patriarchy back with him and turned the whole place into a giant frat party in the space of like a day. Finally, a plot event I can get behind. It's kind of funny though, because it did make me question how the supposedly intelligent, empowered and self-confident Barbies were so easily subjugated by Ken and the others. This is the kind of awkward little paradox that keeps coming up when you try to constantly portray women as strong, empowered, infallible, kick-ass girl bosses who can do anything and beat anyone, but you also need them to be helpless oppressed victims of male domination. You can't have your cake and eat it. Not to worry though, because Barbie uses her newfound powers of feminism to free the other Barbies from the evil Ken's oppression, and because they're all dumb as fuck, she's able to trick them into fighting each other until eventually they just give up and surrender. Now, you might think that after all these wild swings between male and female domination, the logical way forward would be for Barbie Land to adopt a more equal system where both sides are given power and respect. Perhaps teaching the audience that for all our differences, men and women are both pretty awesome, and maybe we'd do well to work together instead of unfairly elevating one group above the other. But nope, the Barbies go right back to being in charge of everything again, and the Kens slide back into a meaningless, depressing existence of being irrelevant second-class citizens. And that, I think, is supposed to be a happy ending? Fuck. Honestly, I'm struggling to find the right words to properly express just how monumentally awful this film is. It's like a serial killer.
Dang, he thinks that this movie is awful? Really? I mean, I hear that's doing well in the box office, and I heard nothing but good reviews about the movie and everything. So I'm like, dang, he's like one in a million of the people that thinks it's trash.
Killer dressed in a Pikachu outfit. Superficially, it might look bright and cheerful and cute, but beneath the appealing facade, there's something genuinely horrible and sinister. This is a movie made by people who utterly despise men and—
He says sinister. What? Okay. Alright, Barbie is sinister now. Alright.
masculinity, or any kind of traditional gender roles of any kind, and make absolutely no attempt to hide it. So you're a woman who wants to be a mother or a homemaker? Screw you, fascist! You're a man who wants to be assertive, ambitious, confident, and successful? Well, that clearly makes you a misogynist, don't you know? It's so fucking divisive and unnecessary. It's like they had a perfect opportunity to unify audiences behind a simple message of reconciliation and equal opportunity, but they just couldn't help themselves. They were so filled with rage and hatred and bitterness that it just had to come spewing out onto the screen. As far as this film's concerned, women are simply amazing, and men and everything they do are utterly irredeemably shit. They might be grudgingly tolerated provided they play by the rules, but they have no inherent value and can never be trusted with any kind of power or responsibility. And the only way to guarantee a peaceful and harmonious society is for women to be put in charge of everything and men to be docile, powerless servants who exist only to please them.
Not a great plan.
Wow, what an inspiring message for impressionable young girls. The thing is, none of this would have been quite so insidious if the marketing hadn't done everything in its power to keep it a secret. I mean, for all their faults, She-Hulk, Ghostbusters 2016 and Captain Marvel all wore their feminist hearts on their sleeves.
True,
You knew
true.
exactly what you were getting into when you went to see them. But Barbie really...
Exactly, like when you're seeing She-Hulk and all that stuff, you know exactly. But you know, you will still want to go see it just because you're a fan and everything. But a lot of times, yeah, you already knew what you're getting yourself into. So
he has a wolf in sheep's clothing, tricking people into watching it by promising one thing and delivering something very different.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the thing that really struck me about this film. A lot of parents will have been duped into taking their daughters along to watch this movie.
Parents have been duped to taking them to go see. Wow.
Expecting the kind of breezy, colourful, family-friendly movie that was advertised, only to find themselves confronted with this spiteful, bitter, mean-spirited pile of misandrous dog shit instead. And I can't help but wonder how many future man-hating psychopaths are going to be created because of this film. It's not very often that I say this in my reviews, but if you're a parent and you're thinking about taking your kids along to see Barbie, then The Drinker recommends you skip this one and do literally anything else with them. Believe me, you'll thank me later. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
He said go away now. I mean, he's the only one that's provided like a bad review or whatever. I mean, I think a lot of times he's just trying to sound funny when he gives the reviews. Like, it's kind of hard to take him serious a lot because he sounds drunk. So I'm like, okay, are you really saying that it's bad, or are you trying to do this just because you just trying to be opposite? But you actually enjoyed it. But the fact that it was, it wasn't the fact that it was a Barbie movie and not your typical Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, I still gotta go see it myself. I mean, the other video that I asked for 20 likes, I think it's at like 7 or 6 or something like that. So once we get that video up to 20 likes, I will go and see Barbie, and I will do my own review on it because I mean, I want to provide my own opinions on the movie, but this video right here was funny. So if there's any other type of critical drinker movies that you want me to, videos that you want me to check out, post it down in the comments, and I'll make sure I go check them out. Alright, y'all, if y'all like my reaction to this, post comments down below, like and share with all your friends, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up. Jay Anchor 100 down for 100,000 subscribers, and Jay Anchor is out. I will be giving away $200 Amazon gift cards when this channel reaches 30,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any uploads. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the $200 Amazon gift card and include your Twitter handle. The winner will be announced once the channel reaches 30,000 subscribers.